So I don't think I've ever made a Yelan video, and if I did, well, yikes. But it's too late. I'm just throwing this out just to throw this out. But Yelan is probably one of the most broken characters mihoyo's ever made, just because she's a newer 5 star. And the thing is, if you don't know, and if you're new, mihoyo has the tendency for Genshin to release uh 5 star characters who are pretty much side grades or maybe even downgrades of 4 star characters. Like I don't think anyone can ever replace Xingqiu. Like Xingqiu will always be a staple. Like like I just don't think like someone like Xingqiu will ever be replaced. Like Bennett, like hot take, but Bennett can be replaced because Bennett's not as broken as Xingqiu. But yeah. But moving on to Yelan. Yelan is a very good character, whether you don't have constellations on her, or whether you have her at max constellation. So, I'm gonna assume that you know what Yelan's kit is, because how long has she been out? Well, you tell me. But she's been out for quite a long time already. So, yeah. One of the strong things about Yelan is that she's an off-field damage dealer, and the thing that makes that really good is that she can pretty much fit in any team that requires Hydro and utilizes normal attacks. Hu Tao, national teams, uh, I don't know, Raiden. But yeah, you can slot her in pretty much anywhere where you need Hydro application. And yeah, with her Hydra application, I think it's surprisingly, surprisingly good, because she can have a surprising amount of AoE Hydra application from her breakthrough barbs, normal attacks that reset her breakthrough barbs, etc. When you have multiple enemies, you can do a lot of Hydra application, and it's surprisingly good. Not to mention, she does do a good amount of damage, like a surprising amount of damage, but good damage nonetheless. It gives her AoE damage while having really good single target damage. So starting off with her constellation, because of course that's where literally she shines at. C1, surprisingly, it's good. A lot of the C1s for 5 star characters are usually like garbage. For example, Raiden. This is like a 5% damage boost. Like, it's not really that good. Um, um, Ayaka, why? I don't think that's good at all. Um, Child, I, I mean, eh. Who- Uh, I mean, Hu Tao is like, this is actually really good. I guess, but Xiao's pretty bad. Nahida, this one's pretty good, I guess. Yeah. I mean, okay. There is a problem, because a lot of the characters that I have pretty good constellations. But regardless, Yelan has very good constellations compared to the other like 5 star characters. Now with her double E, it's very good because remember when I mentioned that you can spam your breakthrough barbs? Well, you can spam your breakthrough barbs even more. But I think the better part is, let me use my elemental burst first, and let me. So yeah, you can generate a lot of particles. Now, don't take that as like, oh, she can generate her elemental burst. No, it's because I have 250% energy recharge. Why? Well, I like to play loose with my rotations, and I like to have my bursts always up. So ignore that. But remember when you know why Xingqiu uses sacrificial sword? Well, it's because he needs his elemental burst to be up as much as he can, and he needs a lot of energy, like 80. So he needs a second charge of his elemental skill. And Yelan gets that automatically. And and that's already insane. Because I don't know, do you want to be lazy? Yes, yes. Put a sacrificial bow for a third E, surely. But it pretty much solves a lot of her energy problems, from which she can. You can go like really low. You can go really low with your energy recharge, but I prefer to have it overkill just because well, I mean, I that doesn't really matter for me. I'm making use with what I have, but yeah. Now, her C2 is probably her second most powerful constellation. Like this turns her into a like a pretty okay, like Xingqiu side grade character to an actual strong character. I did make a video before where she with Xingqiu, that's with my Xingqiu, that's like mid with like official pretty much soloing like Abyss in Magu Kinki with like I don't know, I believe he has like 2 million HP or something like that, and she was just melting. And so it's pretty much you're gonna see a white dice. Yeah, right there. It's pretty much white dice once every other thing. So right here, yeah, it's just like a straight stream. And the strong thing about it is that it's pretty much when the volley fires with it, it's pretty much 45% more damage. Now because you're gonna split it between the volley where it appears and it doesn't appear, it's gonna boost your damage by about like 20%, and that's a good amount of damage. Not to mention, it has, I believe, no ICD, so it will apply a good amount of hydro. Not to mention, you already spamming your breakthrough barb AoEs if you are. And yeah, very good. More single target damage in general. Now, C3, very good. I mean, I don't recommend it, but it's very good nonetheless if you get, let's say, an extra copy. But it's very good because it boosts her elemental burst damage. Usually, a lot of other characters, they boost their elemental. Oh, never mind. Well, that was a bad example. But a lot of characters pretty much boost their damage source at their like C5, which is very annoying because C3 is kind of pointless. But because it's a 3 level upgrade, it's pretty much 20% damage increase for her elemental burst. So that's amazing. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's very helpful. It's not a wasted thing. This this pretty much gains synergy with her C1 because well, you press E, you gain 10% HP, but because it stacks, uh you can just keep spamming it and you can make your team very you can give your team survivability, and that's very good. Not to mention with her elemental skill, you can spam it so much. This, bruh. But yeah, kind of a meh constellation. But C6 is where things get really crazy. Remember when I said like Yelan Xingqiu official can pretty much solo Abyss? Well, C6 allows her to pretty much solo the entire game. She can solo Kinky by herself, assuming you have C6. And that's because when you normal attack, well, it turns her first 5 arrows of her normal attacks into breakthrough barbs that deal 150% more, 150% of breakthrough barbs damage. And let's look at, if we look at my like breakthrough barb damage, which is kind of meh, that's like 9,000. Now, of course, this isn't without any buffs, but once you have actual things, once you built for it, you've made a flexible gear set for it, because I kind of optimized my gear for elemental burst damage, but you can do a lot of damage. You can solo the entire game. You can be the Yoimiya that never was. Oh my god. And yeah, I mean, you can look online how busted it is, but yeah, surprisingly, Like, you know, Yelan's a modern character, and why is she this broken? All of her constellations are good. You know, people were doom posting that she didn't apply enough hydro, but hey, she didn't apply enough hydro, but guess what she can do? She can solo the entire game. I wonder if that's a worthy trade-off, and it is. With our teams, you can run pretty much whatever. You need a team. You have a team that can utilize normal attacks. Yeah, this is the team I use. Raiden National with Yelan. Why? Because my Raiden is at C3, and I wanna hyper the fuck out of my Raiden Shogun. So of course, you know, elemental burst damage bonus, uh, and then yeah, and then Hydro application for Shangling, and then the energy generation of Yelan also helped out Shangling and Bennett and Raiden, and it's like, oh, it's literally my comfort team, and like it does AoE well, it does single target well, and you know you can be lazy by doing Yelan driver with I mean, actually, I don't know if you want to put Sucrose, but you can put Yelan, you can put Singcho, you can put Fischl or whatever, and then it's a fine team. And yeah, I'm just surprised. I'm really surprised how good Yelan is. You know, a lot of people were like really saying like, "Oh no, she's not good," and like she oh man, she's such a great character. Not to mention she's really fun too. Yeah, and I know fun is subjective. Yada yada yada, but I think she's literally the best overworld character. Why? Because she can like murder everything with her E. She can move really fast with her E. So whenever you're sprinting and hey, I'm out of stamina, because unlike Sayu, who doesn't generate stamina in her elemental skill, Yelan does that. And you can see pretty much what mihoyo is trying to do, you know, sell you crappy 4-star characters and sell you the good 5-star characters. But in this case, Yelan, oh man, is she good. You know, I mean, did I mention her ramp up damage? How she can buff the on-field character, the character who's on the field, by boosting the damage bonus? Yeah, so you know, if you have Hu Tao, oh man, your Hu Tao does a lot more damage. Oh yeah, she also buffs HP too. So yeah. I mean, assuming you have C4, but yeah, that's quite a bit of buffs for HP scaling characters, and yeah, uh, Milan's just a really good character. And I mean, I use her pretty much all the time. The only reason why I'm not using her and I'm using literally Kaching is because Kaching, look, I like Kaching. Why? How do I know I like Kaching? Because Raiden's my favorite character, and Raiden's literally Kaching, but better in every single way possible. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. See y'all later. Bye.